Okay, I want to get one more layer in of darker, I guess. Let's see, that might be too much paint. Let's try it. Okay, I'm looking at my live oranges over there. I'm just going to get a little bit better where this shade comes now. Alright, and that seems to be it. And of course we want to soften these edges, or take the line out as I've been calling it. Maybe a little bit more paint in here. Now that we got some water in there, it'll spread easier. So it comes up right about in there. Now what I'll do to soften that line, and just the line, okay, let's leave that one alone. Let's get on this other one. That's some real darkness there. And we do have, if you look at, I don't know if it's changing because I'm right by a window. It's a little darker right there than the other one. Well, it's up, it's vertical. This one's horizontal, so. Alright, I'm going to let that one go. Now this one is back in here, and right about there. Now soften that edge. Now if you get it too dry, you'll just make another line, see, like I did right there. So you're always fighting. Too much water or not enough, too much paint, not enough. Watercolors is a little harder to learn. Alright, let's get a little darker down here. I got a switch, I'm getting a lot of reflection. I can't really see what I'm doing. Now let's soften that edge up a little bit. And let those dry. Alright, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to get my drawing a little bit better. And I'll start with just by taking my pencil in here, and I have this orange here. Now I can see the lines a little better, and I'll make them, I'll press probably a little harder. And now I'm really watching my orange over there, and kind of one eye on the orange and one eye on the painting here. Now we got something that's come up like this. Now it starts to come over. Now on the light side, I'm going to not press as hard. And we'll make this come out. Okay, that's that one. Now let's get this one. Now we're almost right touching, so we'll just take it around. Don't worry about this orange here. This will kind of, either when we put in our cast shadowing, take it out. That's what makes watercolor so good. You have little extra things that happen, and you just leave it. Alright, this one over here, let's see what we can do here. This is a tad bit wet still. That's alright. Just refining my lines now, and now we can maybe start getting a little bit of, there's that stem. Now this is real light I'm doing. Okay, now this one we have the stem over here, but it has the little bit of the dark part of it. Okay, so extend over. Don't worry about always trying to get your shapes and everything right in the picture plane. Then everything always looks like it's too set up. Let that part go outside the picture plane. Okay, now that those are kind of outlined a little better, now what I'm going to do is go in with the, I got my round brush here. With your brown brush you can make thinner lines all the way down to a point, even with this big one like this. I don't know if you can see the point. You make the fine lines, or even a fatter line, like say like this. Alright, so let's dig into the orange again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here right on my line. I want to go right on top of it to kind of take some of that graphite out of it, or get it settled so that for later on the graphite's not spreading. This way I want to know where it's going. And now this is a good brush for softening edges, because you can go fat with it, thin. Now I press hard, I can go, see how I go fatter, but then I can also just lay a nice little finer line there. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of this cadmium red so we can go a little bit darker down here. Let me grab a little bit more cadmium orange again. I'm running out. I'm painting so many oranges here. The drier your brush is, of course, the darker the paint is that's going to go on there. So it's pretty dark over in here. Something like that. Probably not enough water there. And let's take a little bit of that cadmium red, because that really made it a lot, just another shade darker. See, I made that stroke real thick, and then I can go in and make that fine. Most watercolorists use these round brushes a lot more than the flat ones. Flat ones for real big areas, and then okay. Now I want to get a little more paint on my light wash here. Especially on that one. Looks pretty too light, or no color. Okay, maybe a little bit up in here. We lost let me look over at the spot there. Could go just about anywhere right in here. cadmium yellow and orange. Ew, I grabbed a little bit of that yellow ochre, get in there again. There we go. And the beauty with the oranges is we can allow this kind of textury paint where the tomatoes will be a real smooth skin. What are we going to do with this guy? We haven't really worked on him a whole lot. Let's give him some shadowing right about in here. And then I'm going to go around and check them all, make sure I didn't leave hard lines anywhere. There's one here, but I'll scrub that out a little bit. There too. I think we're getting there. When I come back, when this dries, we'll do the shadowing, the cast shadowing.